Friends, Brian here for Yes You Can Play Guitar. How are you guys doing? I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're practicing hard, and I also hope that you're all hitting the gym really hard. Take care of your health, folks, so your health can take care of you. So, I recently did a very interesting video of Lovebites, and it was by a fan filming them playing live when Destiny's Alive in London. Let me just see here. I knew his name was Aerosmith, but I got mixed up. I was like, is that after the name of the band? So thank you, Rob, for posting this. I'm going to be doing more of these reactions, but I'm probably going to post some of them to Patreon because I heard that some of them have been getting yanked down for some reason. I think our good friend, the Cyber Mantis, was mentioning that. But it was a great video, great performance. You know, a lot of people who are just kind of musicians might say, oh, the sound quality. Well, Rob wasn't there to record like pro audio and make a DVD or Blu-ray. He was there as a fan, but sometimes as a musician, when you see people like a band close up to the stage by the monitors, and when you're with the main sound system behind you, you can get the sound of the band. I'm going out of focus. Early Christmas gift to you guys. You can really get the sound of the band, their stage sound. It's very interesting from a musician's perspective. So, all right, Rob, thanks to the react to my video and sub. Thank you. Again, you know, you're not there to record professional quality sound. You're there for doing us all a favor, filming them live and sending it out to all of us who couldn't be there, and it was great. During the sound check, they were actually having problems with the ear monitors and played through 3 songs before the actual show started, but Asami just couldn't hear through the monitors and wasn't singing. They're going to try performing without the ear monitors, but they eventually got the problem sorted out, which is good. In my days, when believe it or not, I co-fronted a band. It wasn't metal, though. It was country music. And there were a few times I was having some problems with my in-ear monitors. We're talking 15 years ago. And when I take my ears out, I still had a wedge monitor to hear myself, but it's not the same. When you can hear yourself right in your head, it's much better. But anyway, but we appreciate you, Rob, and thank you for posting that. I am going to be reacting to more of those fan videos, but I might be doing them more on Patreon. I think our friend the Cyber Mantis was saying some of them have been getting yanked down. I don't know if that was by Lovebites management or what the deal is with that, but so some of that might be going up on my Patreon because you guys know I'm trying to post weekly Lovebites content on my Patreon now. Chris Page, most bands would think they were too big and precious to play at a tiny venue, not Our Ladies. They still brought their A game, yes. Well, London, of course, is a big city and a big market, so it'd be good exposure, too. Polly Moz, I was at the show. That is amazing, Paul. And it was the most fun I've ever had at a concert. The vocals sounded louder in person, and the mix was reasonable, considering the size of the pub. It looked very humid and warm in there. The 350 of us who were crammed in there got to experience a real treat. Can't wait to see them again and meet them on the 1st of July. Very cool. Dan White, Haruna and Asami really stood out to me at the gig. I guess we all know how good the 3 guitarists are, but even seeing the live videos didn't prepare me for how good Haruna and Asami are. World-class talents. Yeah, all world-class talents. Oh, Bud. This performance was in a London pub, very small venue, lucky audience. I wonder if they got to try some fish and chips, mate. A good friend of mine lives over in England, and we talk about the fish and chips. That's a cheap meal for me, but hey, nothing like some good old fish and chips if you can find them. Martin H. Surely, when bands play at these small venues, then they show what they really are made of. Lovebites is an amazing heavy metal band. Just look at how joyful Femi is. She's having a blast with this new experience. Huh. Sadaka. 201. Lovebites in Lindau, Germany is live in just 1 hour. Yes. Okay. Well, hey, post on my channel. Let me know how it went. I'm curious. Gordon Barton. It's worth pointing out there was no air conditioning in there. Yeah, we can relate to no air conditioning here. We had that brutal heat wave where we are. It was over 40 degrees. And our AC isn't working. We've got a brand new HVAC unit. And we've just been a nightmare. And now we're taking legal steps against the company because 6 weeks, no air conditioning, and they're not trying to help us. Anyway, I vented. Okay. By this point, you couldn't see out the windows for the condensation. It was hot as hell. I believe it, Gord. Arnaldo Tanta, this is the most pure sound we can hear recorded with a cell phone. Yes, still sound amazing. Eric Sari, the sound for the London show isn't as good as that from Belgium. I recommend checking out some of the performances uploaded from Belgium. Watched the whole thing and it was fantastic. As a raw record off a cell phone, the quality is pretty good considering. Less so for London. I think the sound in the venue was maybe more limited as it was a pub. That very well could be. Still, they were an amazing live band and you can hear their technicality coming through. It's also amazing to see them so close. Great observation regarding stage sound versus PA. Yes, very true. Okay, when you're out in front of the main PA system, you're getting the whole mix through the mixing board and the post sends, right? So, but when you're up close on stage, I got to see a really fantastic hard rock Canadian progressive band. They were called Saga, and I saw them live back in 2002, and I got to see them in a famous venue, music hall, but I got to see them up front, so I was in front of the PA, so I didn't have it, so I just got to hear their stage sound. It was amazing. Thanks for checking this out. Really looking forward to seeing them later this year. Okay, thank you, Eric. Boys, you. Fami's smile is just so infectious. Lovebites have completed the London. Second show will be on July 1st and Belgian legs of their current tour. And they should currently be playing live in Germany as I type. Amazing. Hiawatha G. Cannot wait to see them in Atlanta, LA, and San Francisco. Wow, that'll be cool in San Francisco because that's the home of thrash metal. That'll be kind of cool to see what kind of crowd they get there. 3 very different venues with different capacities, so we'll get the bigger venue and tiny venue experiences. Very cool. Let me know what venue they play at in San Francisco. I'm very curious. At World Peace, okay. Lovebites, okay, posting the lyrics. Thank you. They have great lyrics to their songs, and I really appreciate that, and I appreciate you for the support of the channel. Joe Barrera, this band is incredible all around, so talented. Very true. Metal Mark. I've seen a bunch of fan-made videos now, this one by Rob Aerosmith, of the Metal Queens performing in London and Belgium on their world tour. Incredible how small of a venue this is and how close people got to see ladies perform. My favorite part on this video is when Fami looks right into the fan's camera and smiles. So cute. Another great one posted from here is Shadowmaker in London, where Ben JPR almost gets head-butted by a Sami. Funny story for you guys. I remember one time I was playing out in this dive in this little town here in Ontario, in Canada. And the place was packed, and there was a big guy there. He looked like an ex-football player or something. I remember he had a bald head, kind of like I do. And I was playing, and my mouth was right at the mic. And all of a sudden, just at the corner of my eye, I saw him, he charged the stage and there was a big room. From the back of the room, and he charged. I don't know what he was trying to do, but then he tripped. And he flew right onto the stage, and he smashed the microphone, and I just got my mouth out of the way. He would have smashed all my teeth out. You just never know with those headbutts, folks. You just never know. My favorite part in this video is, okay, another one posted from here is Shadowmaker in London. Okay, we're talking about that, the headbutting. Shadowmaker at London New Cross Inn. Okay, so he posts a link. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Metal Mark. Oh, Bud, watch the Lovebites concert in Ytre, Belgium. It has better sound quality. The Overlord. I was there. Awesome gig. Venue was 500 capacity. Cool. I'm almost jealous. Lovebites rules. By Pinoy Power. Polly Moz, you should check out one or two of the Fancam soundcheck videos from London. There are a couple of them where you get good views of Haruna doing her thing, and you get an even greater appreciation of what an absolute monster of a drummer she is. Okay, user, that is Japanese for sure. I can see the hiragana. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. My good friend the Cyber Mantis. I came back here to edit my post, but my comment has gone, oh, this is where you posted that. So we had that discussion, guys, on YouTube. I don't remove comments. I've had to remove comments twice about a year ago, and they were like really nasty racial stuff. But I don't do that. Sometimes YouTube, it's weird in the algorithm, or sometimes if you post links, especially to links that take the person away from YouTube, YouTube doesn't like that. So just, again, I want everyone to know I don't remove comments. It was in reference to their Strasbourg live stream. I just found out Sugiyama, their manager, didn't want it up on YouTube, so it got pulled. So that's why I'm thinking, if I do more reactions to some of these fan videos, I might just post them to Patreon, just because, you know, sometimes you just don't want some of that stuff on YouTube, like getting the copyright strikes and stuff. Like, you just never know. So, Fulton Benjamin. I know this is an odd observation, but watch Fami Sound's eyes and fret hand. She's not looking at a fretboard and making 5 fret movements. How comfortable is that on your instrument? They choose damn well. Cool. Dory Pack, this young lady's a beast on bass. She is. If you go over on my Patreon last week, I did a reaction and in-depth conversation about the documentary of their bass auditions. They were all monster bass players that auditioned for that band, by the way. This young lady's a beast on bass. Not sorry, but give her more freedom, and she's better than Misa, in my opinion. Okay. Walter Chong, Midori, yes. at Franco Drums. J. Franco Drums, sorry. Awesome. I wasn't in London, but I was at the Italy show. I thought the sound was great. I was on the far right front row, and I could still hear Midori opposite of me on the far left. A bit lower than Miyako right in front of me, but I could still hear her fine. The Italy venue was better than this London one. Maybe that also helped having better sound. The show is amazing. I have no doubt about it. Again, I wonder if they are going to come to Canada. Stephen Callis. Was it me or could I hear Haruna's ice bell? Okay. Mark's 5451. Thank you for the kind comments. Nabil Petrus. Lovebites deserve a big stage, not smell like this. I never expected this. Well, but the fans that were there, that intimate setting, really, really appreciate it. Joe Barrera. Yes, Racer X, Paul Gilbert, the best guitarist ever. So I'm going to tell you something, because Paul Gilbert definitely is an influence in my playing. You can probably tell that in some of my picking and sweeping. But the other guitar player in Racer X, Bruce Bouillet, he was, I don't know, there's just something about his playing. I'd like to interview Bruce. I should reach out to him sometime. Zeplica, 2004, she's only using half of her drums. Evil Volts. I like Evil Volts. I like his comments too. Their producer who plans the venues must dislike them always booking smaller places. I don't know. Maybe it's just like London's a massive city, and it's a very important city, of course. Maybe it's just about just getting their foot in the door there. I don't know. Alistair McIntyre, okay. Sadly, every fan cam video from their London gig in a tiny venue has had really rubbish sound. Having said that, anyone I've spoken to who's actually there said the sound was okay, but in my honest opinion, when fans post these, I really don't think it does a band any favors. Okay, cool. That's the great thing about this channel, folks. We're all friends. We can just talk, right? We can agree to disagree. Chris Page approves they are professional. Okay. And a lot of things can affect those types of, but I thought what Rob did was pretty cool and I thought we really got a good sound of the stage sound. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I see some katakana in there and some kanji, a little bit of hiragana. Tony M, 480. The sound on the venue at the night was nothing like as bad as this video might suggest. It was not the best I've ever experienced, but given the limitations imposed by the size of the place, it was okay. The ladies made the best of what they had to work with. The variable quality of the videos that have been going up on YouTube lately are probably due to the equipment they were recorded on and the position relative to the speakers. I was in the venue while they were still doing the sound checks prior to the concert, and they did seem to be having some trouble getting acceptable levels. Miyako in particular spent quite a lot of time working on it. They seem to have only one tech guy working with them, but in the end it was a great show, and I'm glad to have been there to see and hear them. Really cool post, Tony, and I appreciate you and your comments. Alistair McIntyre. To Tony. I did mention that, and my comment wasn't intended to be disparaging about the band. I'm a massive fan. But rather about people who post fan cam videos, most of which are terrible, although as I said, this is one of their better ones, just for views and likes. In my honest opinion, it's disrespectful to the band. As I said, it does them no favors. Ask yourself this. If one of these videos was the first time you heard Lovebites, would there be a second time? Interesting. Boy Zoo, personally, I think the fan cams are fine. Most people are aware that the video audio qualities will not match up to professionally shot video, and they will adjust their expectations accordingly. Okay. Tony M480. Okay. Hi, yes, he's talking to Alistair McIntyre. Hi, yes, I totally take your point, and I was not intending any criticism of your original comment. Rereading what I wrote, I can see how it might come across like that. You guys are so polite. Are you guys Canadian? It was more for those of you who you say are seeing and hearing Lovebites for the first time and could go away with the impression that they are not capable of playing well. I guess it's a difficult balance. On the other hand, those of us who are fans wanting to see footage from the concert, even if it's less than perfect, but against that is the poor impression that it can give, those who have never heard them before, or even certain individuals who are out to do harm to the reputation. I'm sure you know who I'm referring to in the latter case. Where the balance lies, I guess I'm not really one to judge. I would just like more people to discover what a wonderful group of musicians and people they are. Me too, Tony. Well, thank you all for that. All the comments on that video. What Lovebite songs do you want to see me react to next? Of course, if you're in my Patreon and you send me a suggestion, they always get bumped up to the priority. But as we know with YouTube now, you have to be careful posting links in the comment section. So if anything ever happens where you post a link for me to check out and then your comment's not there, it's not me taking the comment down, it's YouTube. So what you could do is you could just email me at yesyoucanplayguitar@gmail.com and just send me the link that way, and then we won't have any problems. Something to think about. I really appreciate it, guys, and I'm looking forward to the next Lovebites reaction video. Remember, practice hard but practice smart, and we'll see you soon.